Hey everyone, Miss B here, Student Success, section 4 and 5. So I just wanted to do a little recap of what we did last night. The first lesson was on motivation, and we dug a little deep into discovering your self motivation. And we asked, what is motivation? It's the understanding of why you do what you do. And we dug a little deeper and we got into how it affects your life, how do you discover it. And I gave some examples in class about my personal self and how I motivated myself to get where I am. And I still feel that I have a little ways to go, but nonetheless, I've come a mighty long way. Then after that, we identified symptoms of a lack of motivation, and that's where we went into students arriving late, students being absent, student missing appointments, non-participation in class, and my ultimate favorite and the one that gave me the moment was when it says quitting after the first year. A statistic will show, and in the book it says two colleges did some type of comparison, and they did a survey to try and understand, what's happening with students. And they saw that a lack of motivation is the number one barrier to explain why students, lack that success. They lack that motivation. And it really stuck home to me, to say, well, that kind of answers the question as to why after a year students would just drop out. It's because they lack that motivation. So that's one of the reasons to why I started with this particular topic, because I think you need to first identify what motivates you and what motivated you to come and be a part of this institution and pursue a higher level of learning. And it has to be something of substance, not just money or because I have the free time. No, it has to be something that's going to make you stick. And then we went into the formula of motivation. And this was V times E equals M. So we discovered that V represents value, E represents expectation, and M represents obviously motivation. So value isn't found in outcome, it's found in experience. Let me say that again. Value isn't found in outcome, it's found in experience. V times E equals M. So then we went into ways to raise the value placed on being in college. So ways, it's to gain knowledge and gain experience, the experience of being enrolled as a college student, on campus activities, making lifelong friendships, making lifelong partnerships with mentors and advisors. Some of your lecturers become lifelong friends, and you become a lifelong learner to them. And I can tell you that from experience, because I live it. I have that same connection with some of my lecturers from BTVI, as well as some of my lecturers from my other school. So from there, after we talked about ways to raise, values placed on being in college, we then went on to ways to raise your expectations of being a part of college. And the first thing I said to you is, you have to come ready to be inspired. You have to come ready to be inspired. You cannot come, like I said, just because you want an increase in pay, you want that promotion. We're talking about life, all aspects of life, not just your work environment, or you have to want more for yourself. You have to know that there is better for yourself. Why pursue a higher paid salary when you can dominate the industry and work for yourself? And then you have to come open. You have to come and be open and ready to be guided by the persons that God has placed before you, your lecturers, your advisors, persons who would have walked the walk that you're walking now, or persons who would have been trained to guide you where you need to go. So those are the two things. You have to be ready. You have to be willing to be inspired, and you have to be willing to be open. All right. And then we went into the value of a college outcome. Now, I noticed a lot of persons would say, listen, I just want to improve my work conditions. I just want to improve my personal and professional status in an organization. Improve your personal status, period, or personal satisfaction, But what about, I just want to do it for me. I just want to do it because this is something that was on my bucket list, and I just want to have it to say, I did it. I did it. I did it for me. Like, it doesn't matter what no one else thinks. This was something that I set out to do for myself. I might not have been able to do it at 24, but at 34, I'm walking across the stage that I only dreamt would one day happen. And to me, that's most important, to know that you're doing it for you, not because there's something dangling in the front of you, such as an extra pay on your salary. When you build that confidence and that motivation, those things are going to come to you regardless. But you got to build that morale first. And then we captioned it off talking about expectations and goals. When you talk about expectations, you got to set those goals. To be truly motivated, a goal needs 5 qualities. And we stated that, hey, according to the book, the acronym is DAPS. Dates, achievability, personal. It has to be personal. It has to be positive, and it has to be specific. But last night in class, I switched it up a bit. Your goals must first be personal to you, achievable to you, specific, identifying a specific need in your life. Then after you've done all of that, you determine, listen, is this goal positive or is it negative? Before you even move on, you have to identify, is it positive? And finally, if you set a goal, you have to have the end game in mind. You have to have the end in mind. How long? What's the time limit you're going to give yourself? So I said constantly last night, have the end in mind. That's what's going to get you through those days when you have so much assignments to do, when you have so much going on in your life, so much pressure coming from all different directions. The end, seeing yourself succeeding, seeing yourself pushing through the barriers, seeing yourself wearing your cap and gown, and when you look down at your lineage, your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren could say, you know what, if Grammy did it or Poppy did it, I could do it too. So then I closed by saying, even more than your goals, dreams fuel your fire. Listen again. Even more than your goals, dreams fuel your fire. So that was our lesson in a nutshell. I just wanted to do a little recap. Sorry if you heard any of the radio. It was a little distracting. I'll know better for next time. But I hope that this lesson blessed you. I hope that you were able to get something from it. I hope that you were able to hear my passion in talking about motivating yourself and finding motivation to kind of push through whatever the situation is in your life. And I hope that you're having a good day. I will be posting your assignments tonight. It's going to be late in the evening, but it is going to be posted. All right? Have a good day.